A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant political development, ministers from Israel's Ultra-Orthodox Shas party announced their resignation from the coalition government on Wednesday, citing the failure to pass a military service exemption law for their community. Despite their resignation, the Shas party has pledged to continue supporting Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government and will not participate in any no-confidence vote aimed at toppling it. This decision comes just days after another ultra-Orthodox faction, United Torah Judaism, UTJ, withdrew from the coalition, further complicating the political landscape in Israel. The issue of military conscription for ultra-Orthodox Jews has long been a contentious topic within Israeli society, where a significant portion of the population is required to serve in the armed forces. The recent resignations underscore the growing tensions within the governing coalition, which was formed in December 2022, comprising Netanyahu's right-wing Likud party, far-right factions, and ultra-Orthodox groups. The departure of UTJ has already stripped the coalition of its parliamentary majority, raising concerns about legislative paralysis. If Shas were to exit the coalition entirely, Netanyahu would be left with a precarious minority government, supported by only 49 out of 120 lawmakers in the Knesset. Opposition leader Yair Lapid has called for snap elections, arguing that a minority government lacks the legitimacy to send soldiers into battle, especially amid ongoing conflict with Palestinian militants in Gaza. He emphasized the urgency for elections, stating, "The time has come for elections, now." Under a long-standing arrangement established in 1948, ultra-Orthodox Jews have been exempt from military service as long as they commit to religious studies. However, public support for these exemptions has diminished, particularly in light of the Israeli military's ongoing manpower shortages following more than 21 months of conflict in Gaza. Shas's outgoing minister, Michael Malkieli, expressed that the push for drafting ultra-Orthodox men constitutes persecution. The Shas party's resignation statement reflected their deep disappointment over the coalition's inability to secure the promised exemptions, asserting that their representatives could no longer remain part of the government under these circumstances. Notably, they have indicated that they will not work to undermine the government from outside, suggesting a willingness to support certain legislation moving forward. The recent political turmoil arrives just before the Knesset is set to enter a 3-month recess on July 27th, leaving Netanyahu with limited time to navigate this crisis and potentially reconcile with the ultra-Orthodox factions. The ultra-Orthodox community's leaders maintain that devoting time to religious studies is a vital service to the nation, and there are fears that conscription could lead to a decline in religious observance among young men. The Israeli Supreme Court's ruling last year, which ordered an end to the exemption, has intensified the urgency for a new conscription bill, yet negotiations have failed to satisfy the demands of both Shas and UTJ. In recent statements, Minister Malkieli criticized the actions of military officials and the Attorney General in pursuing draft dodgers, labeling such efforts as cruel and criminal persecution against yeshiva students. As the political landscape evolves, all eyes will be on Netanyahu and his coalition's next moves amidst this growing crisis. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.